You're now under the influence of the shy chief poet J. Ferg. You deserve this art.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy Low, man. We're back in the building. Episode 102. That was my boy and my brother Jason Ferg and Truth over on his latest album called Bounce 2. Y'all check that out. It's streaming everywhere. Now listen, I'm so excited that you're here. Give some more claps for yourself. Episode 102, we are discussing today the power of learning to create. And what I mean by that is there are a lot of people out there that are selling y'all hype, that are selling y'all things that are not really aiding you. I've actually fallen short to buying a few packages that tell you they're going to give you some insight on certain stuff. And it was trash, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to get into today is talking about the immense benefits of consistent learning so that we can remain excellent in our creative perspective and pursuit, right? So I want to thank y'all for joining me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aloysius Ballard. I am an entrepreneur, a digital media coordinator, a creative director. I wear a lot of hats within this content and media space. And most importantly, I am a lover of seeing people go from one place to the next to be all that they can be within their lives. And that's what you get with the conversations. We got some really big things coming out that are about to roll out, not only for the World According to Low podcast, but for the BEPS network and for just me in general. And I can't wait to share those things with you. Now, before we get started, because I don't want to take up too much time, I do want to do my intro today. It's the world. Come on, join with. Get in here. So act like you already know. And it goes. It's the. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So let's sit and grow. It's gonna be a. Episode 102, Learning to Create. Now, before we get into anything else, I want to make a quick phone call because this episode was started by one of my brothers. Matter of fact, I'm about to call him now. Let's see if he can answer. All right. Well, he just told me, check this out. He just told me he's got to take a quick call, but we're gonna get to it. I can't wait for y'all. Y'all gonna want to hear this conversation. And matter of fact, I hadn't done one of these in a while where I have a call in to the show and we do an interview over the phone. All right, so he said, go ahead and call. I'm gonna go ahead and try to call because I don't want to tie him up. Let's see if we can get him on the phone. Let's see if we can get him.
Hello.
Oh, my boy. Y'all give it up for my boy. I'm going to let him introduce himself. He's a friend of the show. Go ahead and tell the people who you are, man.
Yo. What's going on, man? It is JB, Jeremy Bell, out of Gulfport, Mississippi, by way of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a DP, cinematographer, filmmaker here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm the guy behind the camera for some of your biggest and favorite music videos, man, to say the least. What's going on, Lo? How you doing?
Hey, hold on, man, because you know you my big bro, dog. So I gotta give you some love. Hey, drop some of them names. Like who you been on set with recently here?
Recently, all right. So yesterday, I believe Nardo Wick, Mud Baby, and your Herbo video just dropped.
Yeah.
Let's see who else I did.
You stay on set with the baby.
You know, oh yeah. I did some stuff with the baby. We did Tricking, the promo video for that. We did Ghetto Girls.
Come on,
with the baby. I got one on Wednesday with Lil Durk. I can't tell you what it is, but
hey, but they gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it. Hey, now
yeah,
listen.
for sure.
Now I want to get into this because we talked a little bit before the show. I want people to understand because today we're talking about the power of learning to create. Right? How do you keep remaining excellent within like the creative element and our skill sets? Now you got something that you got going on this weekend that I want you to talk about briefly. Tell us what that is.
indeed. So I host a 3-day production workshop. It's a hands-on workshop production. So we teach camera, we teach lighting, and we teach, just production and how to go about it, how to get into it, how to, build your career, how to build your brand, how to get bigger budgets. And yeah, man, this entrepreneurial filmmaking, you know what I mean? I teach you the guidelines. I give you the guidelines, and I give you the assets and the network behind it, man. So that's what Plug In with. It's called Plug In with JB. Yeah, it's a real dope opportunity, man. I've been doing this since legitimately, like on paper, since 2020.
Ooh.
We do it about three times a year. Last year we did it one time. So it just depends on my scheduling and if I'm able to step away. But it's a real exclusive event. And it works, bro. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2020. About three to 4 times a year. I say average around 7 to 15 students, and never had one student to say, "Hey, this wasn't worth it," or "Hey, I want my money back," or "Hey, literally, I've moved people from Dallas, Texas, from Chicago, from Virginia, from North Carolina, literally like 2-3 weeks after the class, and they're still here in Atlanta making hella money and doing what they love. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching you how to fish in it,
Now, I want to ask you this because part of the things I want to talk about today is the difference between a course that everything you just said is something that can be shown receipts and practical use. A lot of these people are scamming people in the creative space by selling them a hoop dream. How do you go about making sure that your workshop and your products are stuff that people can really eat off of?
I really just take it in my mindset of when I first got to Atlanta and when I first was trying to get into this game, and I'm really just trying to be the person I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the first 2 years of my filmmaking career was, I'm not gonna say a waste because it took that to make this, but it was a lot of wasted time. It was a lot of wrong connections, or just me being green, me being taken advantage of the situation. So, and that's funny that you asked, bro. I really try not to oversell this class because I feel something in me feels like I'm trying to convince you to come take it. Like, nah, look, I'm gonna tell you what I have, and I'm not gonna go overboard and say, hey, take my class, I'll change your life. Like, nah, because at the end of the day, my class is a workout book, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you still have to do the work. Buying a workout book does not put you in the game. You know what I mean? I'll tell you the steps, I'll tell you what to do, but it's still on you to make it happen. So, you know what I mean?
And that's what I think that's the part that most people disregard, is that you still have to do the work. Like, I can give you the information, and one thing I love about you, JB, is that you go live and give free game on your social platforms all year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And one of the things I want to point out is that for me, people that I feel like you are safe to invest in, like yourself, is because they do this outside of the paywall. So teachers who care about people growing and being great at what they coming to learn, they get free game if you show up and listen. And
literally,
I loved it.
bro.
Yeah,
literally. And it's crazy. Like, I tell people, look, I'm going live at 8 p.m. I have 6 people in my live. You know what I'm saying? And that just it does two things. It infuriates me, and then it's like, all right, look, y'all are here. Y'all are here. Y'all definitely want it. I'm definitely gonna answer any questions you have, anything. And then I might invite y'all to the set. I might tell y'all, hey, look, pull up then. Y'all 6 right here. Cool. Where y'all located? If you're in Atlanta one day, come holler. And I've built relationships off my lives. You know what I mean? Like, that's, yeah, bro. And it's, man, this game is, bro, it's crazy. But I love it. There's so many gatekeepers. There's so many gatekeepers. And I'm like, yo, that's stupid. Let's put your foot in the door before it closes and allow all of us to get in here, all of us to experience this. And you know what I mean? It's the game was taught to me, bro. It's only right that I give it right back to the next man that wants it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I want to talk about that because that is a big thing that we disregard is that some of these gatekeepers are scammy. They want to take everything for themselves and leave in nobody with anything else. Right now, what are some of give some advice to how to avoid some of them people?
Man, it's come to the class. I don't know. So how do you avoid these type of people, man? You kind of just it's kind of hard a little bit because they sell trust. You know what I'm saying? They selling you on their trust and this and that, and then you won't kind of notice until you're in it. It's like, hold up, what am I?
It's too late.
I tell my people, listen, always try to be aware of where the benefit lies in this relationship, in this whatever agreement you have with somebody. Who's benefiting more from this? You know what I'm saying? And if you can't see that sliding scale at 50%, then you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, should I be doing this? Or,
right.
Because are they getting 70% of the benefit and I'm getting 30? You know what I mean? Are they getting 80% and I'm getting 20? Like, no, how can I make myself benefit from this? You know what I'm saying? And if you kind of have to just weigh that. It's like a moral scale. Like, all right, cool. Is this right? Am I doing this for the right reason? Or is this person doing this for the right reason? Like, what do they get out of this? What do I receive out of this? And if it doesn't add up, you know what I mean? If you don't at least get 50% of that benefit, it's like, all right, okay, I might be getting played, or I might be, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. Now let's circle back because I don't want to give them too much because like the whole point of you being on here is to introduce them to the opportunity, right? JB gives you can already see, number one, he has a heart for the game and he doesn't mind sharing that with other people for you to live out your journey. Now, you can't be taking the class don't mean you get the name drop JB every time you go to somebody saying you trying to get a job. That ain't what this is, right? But being in this room, you're going to network with people. You're going to find other people who are like-minded a lot of times, and y'all can go get this work together. Now, JB, tell them how they can get in touch with you because is this you got any more room this weekend?
So, bam, I was closing the tickets down today, but I think I'm going to let this thing rock out until the end of time, which would be Thursday. But if you are signing up late, you probably won't have a workbook because I'm printing those out real soon based on the numbers that I have right now.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be open. If you want in, it's there. And actually, matter of fact, if you're listening on this podcast right now, I'm going to go ahead and give you a 20% off discount code, and I'm freestyling right now. Yeah.
Come on, Jay.
Okay, 20% off the class right now. Please take advantage. Do not sleep on this. And let me phone. I'm sorry, guys. He caught me off guard, and I just got excited. Let me see. This will be. Here we go. It is the number 10-2 plug. 10-2 plug. 20% off the class if you're listening now. No one has this. I've had it the whole time. I said I was going to be giving out discount codes and I haven't. So, yeah, guys, if you're listening now, and that's my way of saying, hey, I'm sorry I don't have your workbook because you signed up late. But here's 20% off. You know what I'm saying? 10-2 plug.
Yeah.
All caps. It's all caps. It's in the, and go, yeah. I don't know how you guys might see, but I'll make sure Lo has a
we'll make it happen. Yep.
Love.
Hey, matter of fact, JB, before you go, look, we got to figure out how to take this thing, some of this concept virtual too, man, where even if they can't get in, maybe they get in on the workbook portion for a price. And we going to work that out because this is game changing when it comes to learning. And I want y'all to make sure and go follow them. Tell them what your socials are so they can follow you.
Okay. I'm on Bidduh. I'm on Instagram. It's Bidduh. What is it? Bidduh_kinship. So it's BIDDUHH_kinship on Instagram. You can follow the class as well. It's plug in with JB, all proper spelling. And those are both on Instagram. Also, we just got a TikTok for plug-in. If
Hey,
you're on TikTok, yeah, I'm trying to post content on there too. So TikTok plug-in with JB. And just tap in, bro. Like, hit me with any questions, comments, concerns. I'm here. I'm a human. Don't be threatened or don't feel intimidated by any of the work you see, bro. I'm a person. I started right there where you are right now, bro. It just takes a little bit of inspiration and some determination and investing in yourself.
hey, man, I love you, brother. Thank you for your time.
Love you, bro.
Hey, man, I'm so proud of you.
I'm still waiting on you to come.
I'm coming.
I'm still waiting on you, man.
Hey, I'm trying to see if I can squeeze in a couple days this weekend. Don't play with your boy. I'm trying to pull up, man. I'm for real.
Come on, man.
Hey, we
for free. Come on.
Yeah, come on in, man. You know, I'm coming to work, man. I'm on the team, bro. Like, I'm like, we got a work function this weekend. I got to be in the building. I'm trying to figure out how I can make it work for real.
Please.
So, hey, I'm gonna hit you up. I appreciate you. Yo, man, we showing y'all some love. Y'all show my boy JB some love. Listen, if you're trying to change your life and change your game, some of y'all don't understand how much currency, content, and being on set is about to bring in the next 5 years. Y'all, this strike just is the tip of the iceberg. Get your skills up so you can work and get this bread. JB, man, we gonna get with you. I love you, man. And be easy, bro.
Love you, man. Thank you for the opportunity, bro. Y'all be good. Each one teach one.
There you go. Yo, man, my boy, it was in the building, man. I'm so excited that y'all got to hear JB. Now, listen, I want to wrap this up a little bit because JB is a great example of how we have to always be teaching and learning. Now, listen, how does that work, Lo? How do I teach and learn? Because when you internalize new information like we just heard from JB, it's just not for you to hold to yourself. Somebody coming behind you is idolizing you, is watching you, and it's for you to pass it on to that person. A lot of times we just want to get to the front of the line and then we don't give the game to the people coming behind us, because when you get to a certain point, you're going to need support, my guy, my lady. You're going to need certain things to be there. And if you have not built a community where people know you care about others progressing as well as you care about yourself, then it's going to be a problem. You hear me? So let's make sure that we going out now. A lot of people don't understand that there's a certain thing as evolving as a creative, right? So when you're talking about exploring the possibilities of you remaining adaptable to things that you're facing, and we all know people who have reinvented themselves simply based on the avenue of knowing that regardless of what I'm doing, I have to adjust with the times. There was times where people didn't do social media, right? Or you had people like actors or like rappers who said like social media, man, that's whack. I ain't doing that. That's for suckers. Now everybody doing social, everybody doing TikTok. And now, you know, there was a time where, you know, people just didn't think it was important to do merch and branding. Now everybody has a brand, everybody has the ability, and you got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to, I'm doing it right now. I have a new business proposition that I'm working on, a new company that we're building in the scope of it manufacturing like a new platform for creatives, right? New services for creatives. And I'm having to go back and learn more about like efficient business plans. Like the practice of like having a bigger in accounting and bookkeeping and all of these things that used to be able to get away with when it was just a small footprint. But when you start bringing in payroll and people doing certain things, you got to be knowledgeable on a lot of things. And now you talking about where, you know, new creative styles are coming, where people are doing, you know, more motion graphics and attention getting things that the cinematography is no longer just enough. In those scopes, you got to always be evolving. You got to always be growing. And that is what I as well as yourself have to remain pliable in our approaches throughout our journey. You can't just say, "Oh, I learned how to use a camera. Now I don't want to learn about the difference in lenses and how the light hits one or different scopes." Or you may be a copywriter and you're not learning any other tones, or you're not being more adaptive to all cultures. Everything now has to be just fluid. You have to be able to adapt with the times, with the way culture goes. You used to be able to say certain things back then that you can't say today. And it's just one of those metrics of being in the game for a while. Now, conquering some of these creative blocks will be done by experiences, of course, but sometimes, overcoming creative blocks is you being in a room or a learning environment with other creatives where you get to see them fire off like their strengths and their abilities and their practices that will give you insight and help you maneuver through whatever is blocking your state of mind at the time. And then, I want you to know, throughout the consistency of this, we can find ourselves really and truly, right, becoming the things that we want to see. My goal for you from this podcast is to walk away and seek out a way to continue learning. If you're a person that does well with books, reading books, go on, there's so many avenues. Go on Audible and listen to someone teaching you about something that you feel could be beneficial, like composition or, just creative direction, or do something. It could be something completely different than what your skill set is. Whatever gets your mind processing and learning and adjusting, it all works to your benefit. Now, for some of you who say, "Lo, I don't really like to listen to audiobooks, but I will read one or I will watch something." There's tons of packages. There's tons of in-person workshops like JB, plug in with JB. And these are real on hands classes. He goes from rigging out cameras. He goes into how to use a Steadicam, how to understand what the terminology on a set is, being a grip, being working in the gaffing department, working in I think they even go through the production department. And if you want to be a cameraman, if you want to be an AC, if you want to be a DP, anything that you can think of, audio, booming, all of those things, you can get a hands-on connection and approach. And listen, you got to start investing in yourself. It's like when people don't want to go to the gym. How long do you think your body holds up if you do not take care of it? If you do not strengthen it? If you do not give it the means to survive the longevity of life? The same thing within your creative space. You got to do it. You got to show up for yourself. You got to invest in yourself. It sounds like a cliche, but it's the difference between you being here today and you being like Drake 10 years from now, still in the game, still killing, still being adaptable. And that's what I want for you. Now, I thank you for listening. If this is your first time, listen to your boy. If this is your first time pulling up to the pod, thank you. Thank you so much for lending me your ear, lending me the opportunity to share some of my world with you. If you are returning and you are part of the loyalty crew, and if you're wondering what the loyalty crew is, it's the community here where we remain loyal to our dreams, our goals, and our ambitions. And we let nothing, and I do mean nothing, excuse my little dry throat, but we let nothing separate us from that mission and those objectives. It's been my pleasure being your host today. Once again, my name is Aloysius Ballard, and I am so grateful to have had this moment in this pod with you. Peace, love, and blessings to you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.